Every LEGO set has something unique that sets it apart, but there are a few builds that include something extra special. Today we'll explore several Easter eggs hidden in LEGO sets that you may have missed. The Avengers Tower is the largest Marvel set ever released, made out of more than 5,000 pieces. While this building is packed with references that are sure to delight any fan, one tiny surprising detail has left some LEGO fans scratching their heads. You see, at the bottom of the building there's a small wooden bench. Nothing unusual about that. However, underneath there's something a little bit odd. A single 1x1 round stud. In a set so full of hidden references, this one caused many fans to frantically search their brain for some kind of hidden meaning. Well, as it turns out, the answer is surprisingly straightforward. It seems that this is simply a piece of gum that some lazy minifigure has simply stuck under the bench. Seriously, there's a trash can right there. But this isn't the only time that LEGO has stuck something where it doesn't belong. The London bus is the perfect package for anyone with a love for England and is an incredibly accurate representation of the city's iconic double-decker buses, right down to the smallest details. Underneath one of the seats on the lower level, you're asked to place a single pink 1x1 round stud to, again, serve as some misplaced gum. Gross, but this got me thinking a bit. Why include such a random little detail? The London bus specifically has a pretty bare interior, and this piece kind of just stands out. It reminds me a bit of a few years ago when pink bricks were randomly appearing in nearly every Star Wars build, leaving many fans a bit confused. I mean, it's well known nowadays that almost every Brickhead's figure has a pink brick for a brain. Likewise, many large sets have multicolored bricks hidden inside to help orient the pieces during the build. But this bag from the Star Wars AAT shows two distinctly pink bricks that really have no purpose being here. Well, actually, there's a fun reason for them. LEGO designer Henrik Anderson was asked specifically about this, and he gave us all the sweet details. It turns out that his wife, Danielle, a quality engineer at LEGO, had jokingly said that if the design team could put a pink brick in a Star Wars set, she would bake them a cake. Well, this got slightly out of hand, and now we have dozens of Star Wars ships hiding pink bricks just so the designers could enjoy some cake. Seems like a pretty sweet deal to me. Now, the collectible minifigures line has been wildly popular since its initial release in 2010. This series has given us some of the most legendary minifigures and some of the most wild accessories. When Series 25 was first announced in 2023, figures like the Goat Herder and Bat Knight got most of the attention at first, but there was one figure that had what might be the cleverest and funniest accessory that LEGO's ever included with a collectible minifigure. The film noir detective is a neat enough minifigure with some great elements that we've never gotten before, as well as a very rare rounded cloth collar. But the real treat is what he's holding. While many people may wonder what a fish has to do with a detective, the answer is all in the color. It's a red herring. For anyone who might not be up to date on their 1920s detective lingo, a red herring is something that looks like a clue, but isn't. This joke might be a little obscure, but it's pretty funny if you ask me. However, not every LEGO secret or Easter egg is so plainly visible. In fact, most of them are so hidden that only the builder will ever see them. That's the case with something in the Tales of the Space Age build, as submitted to me by a viewer named Scottish James. In this image that he sent me, you can clearly make out a red and white rectangle that starkly contrasts with the rest of the build and is quickly covered up by the frame. Now, for most people, this might not look like anything special, but it is actually the Polish flag. But why exactly is there a flag hidden in this set? Well, as it turns out, there's actually a really good answer. This particular build was designed by a fan as part of the LEGO Ideas line, and that designer was Jan Woźnica, who's from, yep, you guessed it, Poland. Another incredibly well-hidden Easter egg can be found in the 3-in-1 crocodile set. While building this beast, you'll be asked to place two small round eyes inside at one point. What's even stranger is that one of them seems to be crying. These are quickly covered up and can't even be accessed once the build is finished. So what is all this about? Well, it's crocodile tears, which for anyone wondering is an old expression meaning that someone is only pretending to be sad. This might be the most obscure reference in any LEGO set, but I have to admit that I found it hilarious, and if you're enjoying these secrets that I'm sharing, I'd appreciate it if you took 2 seconds to tap that subscribe button. Up next is the Brick Bank, which, like all modulars, doesn't skimp on the detail. This building is packed with fun secrets, but there's one that stands out. It seems that this particular bank shares a wall with a laundromat. While that might not sound like much of an issue at first, a quick look at some of the set's promotional images shows us just how nefarious this really is. Yup, that minifigure is putting money into a washing machine. While we've all accidentally washed a pocket full of cash at one point, that's not quite what's going on here. You see, this washing machine shares a wall with the bank vault, which means that this money is, wait for it, being laundered. We all know that crime rates in LEGO City were high, but money laundering appears to be happening as well. Such a nefarious activity for a minifigure, but there's more. Because you may have noticed that LEGO's licensed sets have become a major focus for the company over the last few years. They have largely been big hits with both fans of LEGO and whatever property they're licensing. One of the most popular ones with non-LEGO fans has been The Office, which was released in 2022. I know I've mentioned this build before, but every time I look again, I find something new. This time, I've got a small detail that caused a few builders a bit of confusion. This step from the instructions shows that you can swap out a 1x2 white brick for a 1x2 Technic brick with hole. For anyone who hasn't seen the show, this seems like a completely random and totally unnecessary thing to do. However, fans are likely to immediately get the joke. Without going into it, this is a reference to a scene where a character punches a hole in a wall before being shipped off to anger management classes. By far the most wholesome Easter egg that I've seen in a set though can be found in Dobby the House Elf from 2023. While I find the set overall to be a little bit unsettling, there's one part that admittedly warmed my heart. On page 14 of the instructions, we're told to add a small gold heart tile before quickly covering it up to never be seen again. We all know that Dobby had a heart of gold, so this was great to see from the LEGO designers. Another licensed set that came with a very niche joke is the Portal 2 pack from the LEGO Dimensions line. This set included the game's main character, a turret, and a weighted companion cube. Fans of the game have long wondered what's inside these cubes, and it seems that LEGO was ready to answer that question. While building it, you'll have to add 4 translucent red 1x1 round studs, which some fans have claimed confirms the theory that the cubes are stuffed with people who failed the game's tests. Another amazing hidden secret from a video game can be found in the Nintendo Entertainment System build. This set features an incredible recreation of the famous World 1-1 level, but that's not the only Mario stage in here. During the construction of the console, there's an incredible section featuring the unmistakable layout of World 1-2, and it's even got the secret warp pipes at the end. Awesome. Now, going back to the Brickheads line, LEGO has been extra clever in a few sets. If we take a look at the Toy Story characters released a couple years ago, we can see Buzz Lightyear, Woody, and Little Bo Peep. Like most Brickheads, they have a small pink brick for the brain, but there's another hidden secret amongst one of these sets. You know, Sheriff Woody, he's got guts. No, literally, this guy comes with guts. When you're building his torso, you'll notice that the set comes with what look like some ice cream scoops. You simply place them into his torso. This is a pretty unique feature since Woody in the movie is a cotton-filled doll, so the LEGO designers included the ice cream scoops to represent the cotton, and just like his buddy Woody, Buzz Lightyear has a little secret too. In the movie, Buzz is a plastic action figure that requires batteries. Well, the designer for this LEGO Brickhead set included all of the details, even down to the batteries you'd need to power him up. You can see here in the instructions where you have to place LEGO bricks that look like 4 batteries into Buzz's torso. However, the weirdest hidden secret in any LEGO set might just be in the LEGO Minecraft set The End Battle. This box came with a truly one-of-a-kind brick that was totally unique to each package. Each of these sets included a 2x4 brick with a 25-digit code printed on it. Each of these was a completely unique, one-time use code that can be used to unlock a skin in the Bedrock edition of the game. I think this was a really neat idea, but I can definitely see why LEGO doesn't do this very often. Printing bricks with unique codes has got to be very annoying and a very costly endeavor in LEGO's factories. Nonetheless, there are many more fun hidden secrets in LEGO sets that you can see right here. Click to check them out, and don't forget to tap that subscribe button for more LEGO videos.